friends! Today, we're going to be discussing that absolutely insane school play that took place on last week's episode of Euphoria. Euphoria is known for its raw and brutal moments, but this was the last thing I expected. The absolutely brutal secondhand embarrassment of sitting in the audience of a school play that is just sinking like the Titanic. That is the first time Euphoria has ever been relatable to my high school experience. So let's talk about it. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name is Kat and I really like musicals. If you really like musicals, hit subscribe to join the musical theater internet cult. Not a real cult. Thanks to Albert for sponsoring today's video. Question of the day, what did you think about Lexi's play on Euphoria? Also, what are your thoughts on this season of Euphoria as a whole? Love it, hate it, somewhere in between? Let me know in the comments down below. I don't know if you guys can tell by my voice or my sweatpants, but I am not feeling well. I tested negative. We're like 99% sure it's strep throat, so please excuse the vocal fry. I'm just trying to get through this. Aren't we all though? Aren't we all? So last week's episode was definitely one for the theater kids. Inevitably, in every high school set show, there's always going to be a school play episode. The plot of the play usually reflects something that's happening to the characters in real life, but Euphoria took it a step further and made the play about the characters in real life. The play, entitled Our Life, is about her preteen years and is a retelling of season 1 of Euphoria, riddled with very thinly veiled references to every other character on the show. She doesn't even try to hide it. It is so on the nose. So of course everyone immediately notices and chaos ensues. But before we jump into all that messiness, let's take a moment to thank today's sponsor. Hi! Thanks to Albert for sponsoring today's video. Albert is changing the way that people think about budgeting and finances with their banking app. Traditional banks charge you maintenance fees and overdraft fees and make you wait on hold for hours to speak to an actual real-life human being. Well, Albert is completely different than any other bank account I've ever had. It's free to sign up and easy to use. They don't charge you maintenance fees or make you hold a minimum balance, and they help you save automatically by looking at your income and expenses and seeing where you could be saving more money. Plus, you can get cash back from your favorite places like Starbucks and McDonald's. Tap your favorite merchant in the Albert app, swipe your debit card, and then get 5 to 20% cash back on your purchases. And best of all, Albert has a team of financial experts they call geniuses. They'll look at your situation, help you make a plan, and answer any questions you might have if you get stuck. Click the link in the description box or go to albert.com/catsteele to download the Albert app today. That's albert.com/catsteele. For a limited time, when you open a checking account and connect a qualifying direct deposit, you'll get $150. So what are you waiting for? Check it out and download the app today. Thanks to Albert for sponsoring this segment. And now, back to the video. Worth noting, I'm recording this video before the season finale, but I'm probably going to post it after, so if I'm missing some crucial details, that's why. Also, of course, big ol' spoiler alert. I never try to purposely spoil anything, but I feel like it kind of might happen in the process. If you've never seen Euphoria, it's like Degrassi or Skins, but with HBO's budget, and it's got some of the most beautiful cinematography and makeup design on television today. And according to Twitter, it has now officially become the most tweeted about show of the decade, with less than 2 seasons. Less than 2 seasons! So I've been keeping up to date this season, watching recaps, certain scenes, commentary videos, but I'm also in the process of moving again, surprise. So I haven't had a chance to just sit down and watch the whole season, but I did watch all of episode 7, and oh my god, I have a lot of thoughts. Here's some of the stuff I loved. So I think the most realistic part was having Ethan play all of the male roles and the adults. In every school theater department, it feels like you've got 35 girls who take this so seriously. They've been agonizing over their audition material, they've been in dance classes, and then some guy walks into the cafeteria and gets the lead. Absolutely spot on. Thank you, Euphoria. I liked a lot of the upstage blocking. I thought that was a very bold choice. I didn't realize how much more bold this show was about to get. At my high school, you couldn't show, much less imply, that characters were drinking alcohol. She's got a whole pharmacy up there. There is no way the school board would ever approve this show, but we'll come back to that thought later. I am obsessed with the stage manager. Who is she? I love her. She's a hero. She's amazing. Good on Suze for being an applause leader. I thought that was a really, really nice moment, and I think it rang really true. Suze getting really into the show, but then also getting everyone else around her into the show. Another moment that I loved was when Maddie was doing Lexi's eyeliner in a flashback and they're talking about confidence, and then Maddie says, "I chose not to feel stupid." And I feel like that fits the theme of the episode in such a lovely way. It's scary to be an artist. Performing in front of an audience is so vulnerable and embarrassing and terrifying, and once you choose not to feel stupid, it can become one of the most liberating things on the face of the planet. You just have to take that leap of faith. So now that we've established all of that, let's talk about what didn't work for me, or some of the things that I found absolutely utterly insane. We get 8 episodes of Euphoria a year, and we had an overture? A blank screen and an overture? I like the idea of an overture, but you could have done some storytelling or something. Lexi went way too on the nose with the characters. Fez straight up told her it was a bad idea. We can all see that it was a bad idea. I love Lexi, but not a big brain moment for her. Seems a little out of character. Some of the dialogue was a little rough. Very Theater 101. Apparently Sam Levinson, the creator of Euphoria, is the sole writer. And I know that's been a topic of conversation and part of a much larger conversation. The whole holding out for a hero dance sequence was a lot. Like, I don't see a world where any high school parent is applauding that. No one is cheering. Woo! Go Demie! See that guy thrusting in the middle? That's my son! He played Sweeney last year. I did think it was well choreographed. I loved the energy. I did not love all of the phallic imagery. I got the point after, oh, I don't know, the 75th shape. Also, what's way more upsetting and weird was Lexi trying to out Nate. If so, that's really messed up. Don't get me wrong, Nate sucks, but that is also really awful. I don't know, I felt very uncomfortable with that. Am I reading too much into it? What did you guys think? Also, Lexi putting Nate in the play knowing that he is a legitimately dangerous, violent threat? Does she have a death wish? Not in the right moment. Okay, but going back to Lexi's play, there is no way any of that choreography or dialogue would ever be approved. The amount of complaints that we got for Kiss Me Kate being too risque. Kiss Me Kate! In an interview for Vanity Fair, Maude Apatow, who plays Lexi on the show, actually talked about this. Not only was Lexi's like cutthroat director attitude inspired by Maude's own high school experience when she was producing her senior sketch show and got like a little too intense, but she said that nobody really questions the content of Lexi's play because she's a good kid. She's quiet, she doesn't make waves, she's always been the safe option, so they just trust her. And that also seems very spot on and true. Because when I was in high school, I feel like the theater kids could almost gently kind of roam the halls as we pleased. We always had like silly little errands to do for the school play, so we always had an excuse. And for some reason, they like never really questioned us. And I think it's because we were just really polite and we had to have good grades to stay in the show. Also, the staff would probably just see us roaming around because we'd be at school until like 7 p.m. So they probably saw us more as like outdoor cats than students. All in all, Lexi's play, Our Life, is very well produced. It was very ambitious. The set design was incredible. I'm sure they'll win every high school international thespian award there is. Either them or like some production of Shrek the Musical. Can you imagine if the Euphoria kids showed up at like some theater festival with that show and they performed it and then you have to go out after and you're like, we're group 7 and this is a scene from Almost Maine by John Cariani. Those kids scare me. But those are just some of my thoughts. I want to hear from you. What did you think about this episode of Euphoria, especially from the perspective of someone who has been through high school theater? Thanks again to Albert for sponsoring today's video. I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you so, so much. Break a leg, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. They can just leave like a little salmon bowl and like a book on Stanislavski out for us.